Most people's spreadsheets look like this when they start, and that's completely normal. Today, I'll show you how to turn it into something clean and professional in just a few minutes. So this is where we're starting, and by the end, it will look like this. So don't worry, we can fix this together. Let's get into the spreadsheet. So the first thing I want to deal with is position, the general positioning of things. I'm going to go ahead, click here to select the whole column, right click, and then insert. We get one column, then we can repeat it to give us another column. So these two columns, I call them spacer columns, draws the eye into the spreadsheet, improves readability. The same thing for the row. So click the whole row, insert, and then row. Now we're going to hit the F4 key on the Windows PC, repeats the last action. Let's give ourselves 3 rows there. So already things are positioned better. Let's deal now with row heights. We want cleanliness, consistency, consistent row heights. So we're going to click and hold, select all of the rows, and then right click. And a sensible row height to go for is usually 15. I'd recommend trying 15 first. Let's go ahead. How does that look? Looks good to me. So what about column widths? Well, we have the option to auto fit. So if you position your mouse right here, you'll get this kind of symbol, and you double click, we can auto fit that way. That's one option, but I like the column widths to be the same as far as possible because we're aiming for consistency. So I'm going to click and hold, and then maybe try a few different column widths. Now you can right click and go to column width. You can also use the keyboard shortcut Alt-H-O-W, Alt-H-O-W on the Windows PC. And once again, 15 is often a good starting point for column widths. I'm going to go for 10 this time. And that to me looks pretty good. But these columns over here, they're feeling a bit redundant. So for these columns, I'm going to go for spacer column width. So column width 3 for me is a spacer column. I'm going to hit the F4 key, repeat the last action there. So already things are looking a lot better. So let's think about alignment in cells. This for me has got to be consistent. We can see the justification is not currently consistent. So select the data, click and hold with your mouse. We're going to go home, and then these are our justification options. Generally, if you're not sure, you can left justify. That's generally, for me, the most readable and indeed expected option. So consistent justification. Now, let's deal with some cell formatting. So for the date, what's happened here? Well, this is what happens when dates lose their formatting. So let's put the formatting back on. Home and short date should do the job. And I can see those dates appearing nicely. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of auto fill some dates here. And you can see Excel helping because we've got that date formatting on, and I can go ahead and complete the data set here. So date formats, important. What other formats might we want? Well, we've got currency, if you like. Here we've got our fees. So we're going to select, go to home. I'm going to go to accounting. You could choose currency too. I like the spacing of the accounting format, and that for me is looking good. Okay, so now what about color? Color in spreadsheets. What's the easiest way to get a good, simple color scheme? It is to create a table. Tables useful in Excel for so many reasons. We're going to go ahead, select all of the data, go home, and then format as table. Don't be overwhelmed here by all of the options. This option I recommend, top left, simplest option. It gives us this lovely alternate row formatting effect. I love this because now we've got this trick, which is to click view and then show. We're going to switch off the grid lines. Suddenly we have this beautiful, clean look. And this for me is where it starts to feel good, clean, consistent. I'm beginning to feel proud of this spreadsheet. Welcome to the year of your Excel success. But this isn't really about Excel. It's about you. Each month we build one skill step by step, no overwhelm, just steady progress with me and people like you. Because when you put your energy into the right skills, when your ladder is leaning against the right wall, everything gets easier, your work gets clearer, your confidence grows. So join the next live session and make this year the year you finally feel in control of Excel and of your career. Click subscribe to join the journey, links below. If you do want to put a color in and absolutely include a color, I would recommend using your header row. Use that header row. Let's adjust the row height there. I'm going to go ahead and select it. Now, a simple color effect that I love in Excel is to choose a dark color. Just go for one of the standard colors. You can guarantee they're going to be the same on all systems. So I love this dark blue. And then with the light font, so with a white font or a very light gray font, and this for me is a simple formatting effect, always does the job. Now tables, we've already mentioned, they're useful for so many reasons. If you wanted to extend this data set, we've got a drag handle at the bottom. We can click and hold to bring the data set down, but this brings a readability issue because what if we scroll down and lose our headers? So how do we retain those headers at the top? We do, of course, freeze pane. So I'm going to select a whole row here, view, and then freeze panes. And now when we scroll down, we can see that we're retaining those headers at the top. So this for me is looking pretty good. But what are some optional extras that we could put in to just be the icing on the cake, make the spreadsheet a little bit special? Well, if you've got an option where I'm holding down the Shift key and using the cursors to expand the selection here, if you've got a column where you need a yes or no option, rather than doing this kind of thing, I'd recommend using a nice interactive feature, which is checkboxes. Checkboxes in Excel. So I'm going to go ahead, select the column that I want to put the checkboxes in, then just click checkbox. Checkbox, isn't it? Checkbox. And we've got these lovely interactive features. These are quite new in Excel. People tend to really like them. What else might we want to do? Can we give this a little bit of visual flair? Not too much, just something really simple. Well, let's go ahead and select. I'm going to select the minutes, just do a very quick data cleansing job here. I'm going to select the minutes column, and have we got a visual that would just convey how many minutes each walk is? We can do that quickly with conditional formatting. We're going to go to, let's try data bars. Data bars, you've got solid fill. I like this gradient fill option. You can just click on that and you can see visually we're supporting assimilation of data. We're supporting somebody's understanding of the spreadsheet. So this for me is getting pretty close. The final icing on the cake, if you like, is to put an icon in. If you go to Insert, Illustrations, and Icons, let's go ahead and find a dog. I love doggies. So I'm going to go ahead, put a dog in. Let's get the sizing right. A little trick I used on the completed spreadsheet was actually to use two dogs here. I'm going to color one dog light blue, let's say keeping with our blue color scheme. And this black dog is going to just, and this blue dog rather, is going to just sit on the black dog, something like this. And this gives us a nice, cool, individual effect. So you can now sit back and see how you've professionally formatted a spreadsheet in just a few minutes. So that's how to make a spreadsheet look good. If you're following the year of your Excel success, remember to subscribe and click here for the next video.